discernment and dispassion to discover the real knower, real seer. So the eyes are closed. Adjust and align your body, and this is all happening. This is all happening in the field of awareness. If we are not aware, we cannot do this. So we keep the three questions in the mind: how dispassion is attained, how knowledge of the real self is attained, and how the freedom from the suffering takes place. With these three questions in the intellect with awareness, we say yes, the body is comfortable. So there are thousands of ways the mind, our masters explain. Mind habitually scattered in millions of directions outside, on people, place, object, things, event, situation. Oh, so we are aware. We should be aware of this mind that is scattered? Yes. Aware means whatever comes to the mind, it is only because it is running in the world outside, even if the body is steady. Even if the body is steady, yes. That is what we say unwelcome, uninvited thoughts in the mind. It is already there, known as sanskaras. What do you mean? Then, but why I become aware of a particular thought? Because the same mind pays a little more attention on that event, person, people, place. You go to the mall, your mind desires for a particular cloth, so you don't look at, you are aware of the food, restaurant, but you look at the clothes. Oh, that is. And that is what I say the mind is wandering. Yes. My goodness. You see, we are a seer. The mind is a seer. And the mind has thoughts. Oh, we will follow the simple technique and then we will come back to this understanding. And we will also have the same understanding in being comfortable. So, looking at the neck joint. So, you are aware of the neck joint? It is a thought, it is a part of the body, and you see everything you bring in your mind. It is a part of the body, and I recognize it by memory. Oh, it is all mind? Let us examine. So, our examination is practice. If we lose awareness, we fall down. So, looking at the neck joint and the mind, the memory, recognition, and we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. So, what changed? Mind habitually scattered in the world outside in millions of directions. So I told the mind, means you told the mind, look at the neck joint. So your attention span is longer on the shoulder joint, on the neck joint. Yes, it is understanding. And that is why we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness, not because of the practice. It is already there. So now the master examines, one master examines, do you see? When you change the direction of the mind from the world outside to your body. That is required. And for that, only understanding is required. What is that understanding? It is the knowledge. My goodness. And that becomes the practice. Look at the shoulder joint. So when I say look at the shoulder joint, you have a memory, recognition. Recognition is done by the intellect. And then you have an experience. You have an experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. But that sensation, comfort, and steadiness is already there. Mind feels as if it has come by practice. No, my friend, just be very clear that the mind moved inside or mind changes the direction. So now ask the question how the mind changes the direction. It means it is not looking at the world, outside, but it has started looking inside. Okay? One thing, and second thing, that the mind has been paying, or you can say the attention span is little more than the running thoughts. Oh, it is all about understanding. Yes. Nothing more than that. It is all about understanding, or we can say knowledge, or if I say experience, or I can say you are aware. Oh, I am aware. Who is this I? The same mind has, you understand, the same mind as if has become, is a knower now. Is a knower. No, but what happened? I want to know what happened. You separated knower from the known. Such a simple. Yes, when we are a seeker, it is simple. It's a play and a fun. But if we are not a seeker, then it's a problem. That we understand in terms of impurity, ignorance, delusion, all the words, depending on the nature of the mind of a seeker. Again, see. Look at the hip joint. So when I say be there, you see, I give silent instruction. Be there means, oh, you have increased the span of attention on the hip joint. Yes, it is understandable. Means attention span on the hip joint is more. More as compared to the mind running after many thoughts. Oh, that is all, yes. Okay. Then what happened? So no problem, we experience sensation, comfort, but it is already there. You did nothing. But then why the mind is not able to experience? You see the logic and the reasoning these masters give. But why the mind is able to not able to experience? We know. We know even if we are near a snake, if we do not know the snake is near my feet, I do not have any fear. What is this? Ignorance. Not knowing. Okay. Then what happens? Now attention span with awareness or with understanding separated, knower in the known. Very good. And then another word that will help us, the screen behind the known is the seer number 2. So what is the screen? So what is that screen? Screen is a knower. So what is in front? Front is a thought and a hip joint and a shoulder joint and a neck joint and the body. My goodness. And that is why we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness? Yes. Mind in ignorance, but we should continue. Those mind in ignorance finds if we breathe fast, if we focus on chakra or Shiva or other practices, then only we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That ignorance must go. That ignorance must go. Now the same we apply, the same understanding we apply in being carefree. What do we say? We say in the form of an instruction, thought comes and goes. But why thought comes and goes? So we know the reason the mind is running or scattered or due to the impression. or due to the desire, you see, due to the desire. Lot of reasons. And depending on the level of a seeker. It's a non-practice. We are not doing any practice, but we with an understanding. So a thought comes and goes. Sometimes we are not, or I would say we do not get the knowledge of that thought. And sometimes we get it. Sometimes we become aware. No problem. Only thing is understanding. The thought comes with understanding or without understanding. What we know that they are coming. We know they come and go. Who knows it? Mind is the knower, number 2. So what we discover? We discover the knower, number 2, is different and separate from all the thoughts, feeling, and images that enters or leaves the mind. So again we separated now, for the sake of we separated thought from the knower of a thought. Why we separate? Mixture means impurity, ignorance, misunderstanding. What do you mean? Even if thought of fear, yes. Pleasure, yes. Reaction, yes. Yes to all. Why it takes a long time to succeed? We get upset with negative emotions and the thoughts much more than positive one. Pay attention. At the same time, relaxation, or you can say any positive experience, makes us more ignorant. I have to be a knower, number 2. Knower, number 2, and the rest of the thoughts, feelings, images. Oh, to recognize a thought, first point is recognition. That thought is there. Second point, mind says it is about a person, object, time, situation, etc. That is second point of recognition. It comes together. Third point, do we get carried away by comfort or discomfort? Is the third point. And the fourth point here is the knower, number 2, and the known. What is known? All the 3 points above. Knower number 2 says, I have a thought. It is about a person, object, and situation. And that thought, it's okay or not okay, comfort or discomfort, pain or pleasure. And the knower number 2 is aware of all the 3. We are going deeper, but I thought better to give this 4-point awareness. How I used to help you? I used to help you with the 3-pointed awareness of the breath, 4-pointed awareness of the breath, 5-point, I have explained it many a times. 2, 3, 4, 5 points, pointed awareness of the breath. Oh, how simple it is. Yes. Simple if understanding is clear. Free from doubt, confusion, misunderstanding, or we can say the impurity of the mind. We can use many words, or delusion. Oh, this is what you say. Is knower number 2 is free from any influence, diktat, of thoughts, feeling, situations, and images that enters the mind. If the known number is true, then what happens? Then you are casual and natural. Why you are casual and natural? Master says go on exploring. Why you are casual and natural? The knower number 2 realizes that no outer world, no outer situation or the world can influence mind if we are not attached. Non-attachment. Yes, I realize that I'm non-attachment. Non-attachment, understood, leads to dispassion. So when we practice any practice with discernment and dispassion will lead to awakening. But here it is It is being natural. What is natural? You witness all movements and changes as they are. It is free from any influence to the mind, so the mind remains like a mirror. Mirror shows what comes in front. Pain, good. Pleasure, good. High, anything high or low, good. Everything is good. Why it is good? No attachment. Then what? Dispassion. That is being natural. Can we be natural all the time? Yes. Then what happens? Pay attention. Knowledge is revealed in the mind. That is what is known as awakening, realization. I'm summarizing, there are a few more points in between. Can we be natural all the time? Yes. Why yes? The world outside cannot be attached to the consciousness. Matter cannot be attached to the consciousness. So the knower number 3 is already there. Knower 3 plus all the changes. No, then why we talk of attachment? Because we want to make you understand. Let the knowledge, let the knowledge first make you understand. It is attachment. Then the second knowledge, if I say, leads you to experience dispassion. Let dispassion reveal the knowledge. What knowledge? Matter cannot be attached to real self or knower. Number 3. Step by step. I omitted couple of steps also, but it's okay. No. But then what happens? Again, we ask what happens. The knower number 3 is realized as non-changing, all-pervading, eternal. That we will take up. So when I say I'm natural, I'm no number three. But the no number two and the one and the past impressions and superimpositions and the delusion and the wrong interpretation. Long list. Am I natural all the time? Yes. Why? No number three never changes. Lot of stuff. What is going to happen that in the mind this knowledge will be revealed sometime in the form of a question and answer. So I thought you are an intellectual person, you reason out. So I said, let me give this practice with a question of why and answering that. Otherwise, we can go follow the emotional path. And that is the reason I have been saying to purify the mind, purify the mind, purify the mind. Oh, so should I need to do the breathing? No. Should I need to do the mantra? No. What should I do? I follow the second verse of the Ashtavakra. Muktimicchasi chettat vishayan vishayvat tyaj Kshama Arjav Daya Tosham Satyam Piyushvad Bhaj. I believe you remember negation and affirmation. Object is good. People having my people having relationship is good. So one word message of Ashtavakra. Any object in the form of a thought, images, feeling comes. That is poison. Negation. Simplicity, kindness, forgiveness, contentment, affirmation. I accept. Why? To purify the mind. Now, see, we don't need that lot of practice and yes, we get lot of experiences in kundalini meditation, and then we create an image about my experiences, and then I say, yes, what a beautiful experience. And when that experience disappears, I am frustrated again. All those things happens. Are you doing anything? No. No. You simply have a recognition of what? Any thought content in the mind is poison. So, poison means poison. You recognize the poison You don't fight with it. See the beauty. You do not fight with it. Yes, I do not fight with it. So who doesn't fight? The knower number 2 does not fight. Very good. And the same knower number 2 becomes aware of any object with element of reaction. So you recognize forgiveness. See that. Kshama, the Arjavam, simplicity. Simplicity here as knowledge means mind has stopped running. Kindness. Again, everything is happening in the knower. The kindness is there when mind runs after anything either due to attachment or detachment. And the contentment, it is self-contentment, contentment within. The moment you say the contentment within, it is the knower number 3. What problem I have now? No problem at all. Again ask. Leave the phone, keep on running. No problem. Again ask, why no problem? No problem at all. Knower number 3 proves that we are neither knower number 1 or knower number 2. What is the recognition? That is knower number 3 never changes. Knower number 3 never changes. Knower number 1 and 2 are changing. So, am I a witness consciousness? Yes. Is that purity of the mind? Yes, I'm purifying the mind also. Purifying the mind, and at the same time, I am a witness consciousness. Both happens together. Purifying, all our sins are gone. The moment knower number 3 is there, should be following this practice, so called the non practice, again and again and again and again, and then apply that knowledge during your daily activities and see what happens. न पृथ्वी न जलं नाग्निं वायुर्यो वा भवान् येषां साक्षिणमात्मानं चिद्रूपं विद्धि मुक्तये. So we are moving from inside to outside. The thought, feeling, amazes too from where they have come. Oh, product of the 5 elements. Oh, that created the entire universe of name and the form, yes. Then who am I? I'm a witness consciousness. Esham sakshinam atmanam chidrupam, of the nature of consciousness. No doubt in the beginning, conflict between the 3 knowers takes place. So we do not get agitated. Why? Mind is already within. We already experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. We also experience the calmness and quietness. It is easy in that state to move to the knower number 3 by doing nothing, recognition. You see what is recognition, re plus cognition. What is this cognition? If I use the word re plus consciousness, cognition is always there, consciousness is always there. Because you are listening to me, so I use the word recognition. What we did, understanding applied to the mind. What is that understanding? Note number 1, 2, 3. World and the consciousness, whatever you say, it doesn't make any difference. Matter and consciousness. The way we witness my home is separate from the neighbors. So much distance we find in the state of discernment and dispassion. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Follow the same pattern while returning. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down.